You know what? Briefly make the stream suck. I'm having to do Monder capture because Anarchy Online is too old.
Oh boy.
Fine. Send the word out that we're live.
Or living.
Boom. Crash bang boom. All right. Hello everyone. Welcome to Anarchy Online. Believe it or not, this is oh, you know what? I got a screen share with Kyrie. That'll help. If it'll let me. It probably
That
will.
probably. Hey.
You see that? Yeah, great. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Let me know how the sound is, because there's none right now.
Okay.
This is just a completely silent title screen.
Sound was expensive back in the day.
But we're gonna get some sound right.
Yeah, I got sound. Space.
Welcome to Rubicon Territorial Space. We are about to dock with the Morningstar space station. Please return to your assigned
Look at that
space.
floating JPEG. That's
Security locks
great.
will be engaged prior to gravity fall.
We have sound per the chat. Hello, Emerus.
Excellent.
Welcome to the Morningstar. In a short while,
Oh,
you
you're
will
just
be
talking about
carried down
Akiha.
to the
Akiha's
surface
not
of
in. You know, we
Rubicon,
could
where
make
a new
Akiha.
life awaits you.
We
Please proceed
could.
through the laboratories
I don't
and
particularly
clear
like
the identity
Tsukihime,
you
but
wish
you know,
to take on. Good
it's
luck.
fine.
We can make space Akiha. That's like, that could be our thinking for the character creator.
Please select breed and gender.
Breed. Cool.
Sure. Okay. Thanks, game.
Okay, so there's like humans. There's like basically elves.
Space elves.
There's big boys, and then there's weird people.
Org? Nanomage?
Excuse good aid for martial art. Guess we're doing that.
Opifex female selected. Solitus female selected.
Oh my god.
I love old games.
Please choose your appearance.
That's kind of Crimson Vermilion-y.
A little
Keep that in
bit.
mind.
Well, we gotta get a hairstyle. We gotta get her hair looking just right. What was the dots?
You know.
You know. Space.
There are a surprising number of options. Okay, now we're looping.
Now we're looping.
Get back to this one. Frankly, I think looks like shit, but Akiha is on the is you know, she's an anime girl, so she's short. Slender, sure.
Sure.
Make that much of it.
It
Actually,
really
I think
doesn't.
she's medium because Slender is like alarmingly slender.
Yeah.
Slender is like a bad, you know, like I don't think this artist knows how to draw bodies very.
Please select a profession.
Oh my god, this is so much.
Oh man, we have so many options. Granted, this is like how many years of patches? Like over a decade?
Well, I don't know because I think I noted that there was the option to play. I can play Rubica or Rubica 2019, and so I went for normal one because I think this is more classic. I wonder if this is like pre a 2019 work of the game.
Maybe.
Akiha's kind of a bureaucrat.
Difficulty to play high.
Let's see. Mission. Fixer. I wish I could be a shade. That seems like the most accurate thing. Like that's. I'm playing free to play and I walk behind something. Strength side. They manifest their emotions. Well, that's pretty Akiha.
Metaphysicist.
Uh-huh. I mean, just the description here of being able to manifest their emotions in the material world. But
And
I
we
don't want
are
to play
living
that.
in a.
Fixer selected.
There we go.
Okay. Let's just
Look
see
at
what this.
this.
Selected. Adventurer selected.
She's got a parrot on her head.
Oh, hell yeah.
Metaphysicist selected. Agent selected. Trader selected. Doctor selected.
Hmm.
A doctor of robots?
Well, and people. I mean, that could just be a person in armor.
True.
Enforcer selected. Bureaucrat selected. Martial artist selected. Nanotechnician selected.
Which one can steal heat concepts? Well,
Agent
agents steal
selected.
things. I don't know. I think I just
Fixer
want to do Fixer
selected.
because we're playing an MMO where you can use a submachine. That's unusual.
Yeah, it is really
Please
unusual.
name your character.
What is this pose we're doing?
Whoa! Oh, I was hoping I was gonna keep zooming and I could do a dumb goof. I might have to turn the game. Just judging by the waveforms on OBS, it seems like it might overpower you a little bit.
Welcome to Daily Awards.
I don't get any. Not a member.
Okay, okay. Oh, oh
Very
boy.
responsive. Well, that person just exploded with fire. Oh no, it's just response.
Yeah, it appears that we are surrounded by Roombas that are dying.
Okay.
Oh, I recognize that sound effect anywhere. Are those players over there?
They must be. Did we just get a fucking sword?
Did we?
Yeah, I.
Let's
Sword
equip it.
again. I fucking get it. Leave me alone. Well, I should probably equip my fucking.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jesus, that's a fucking bolter right there.
That's a war. Yeah, I'm about to say, that's like a fucking Warhammer gun.
Oh, okay. We gotta watch this in real time. Yeah! Welcome to
Yeah, now
Anarchy
we're
Online.
cool. Look at us.
I'm just gonna right click thing.
We got a 3 floating above our head for a second there. Maybe.
I don't know how long we're gonna last, game. This is.
Is there a way to turn down the sensitivity?
Oh, it's not that. I just like. What do I do? Wow, one shot. That's a
Wow.
good gun.
That's a good gun.
Ooh. So we could look like this, or we could have more of a.
Kind of a
my strength isn't.
unable to wear the item. Okay.
Shift click. In window. Roll full. Perhaps someone wants this. Hey, Rex, do you want the sword?
Do you want it, man? Do you want it? Hi, I'm Rex. Nice moves, I'm impressed. It's not easy hiding in a cargo ship. How'd you do it? Wow, that's a lot more text.
Okay, get an ID card. Who do I need to talk to? Oh, okay. Scratch my back, I scratch yours. Um, yes. Tips are
I think you could.
impressive.
That's kind of a cute little line because this has to be like.
That's one. Oh, wow, you survived the shot.
Uh oh,
Racking them up, baby.
that's right.
Theory.
Shot went super wide.
Hard out here.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I couldn't do much better. God, that sound effect. I wish I had like a CD of like sound effect libraries from this era of games.
Start. These are
Mm-hmm.
heroic sounds of finishing a mission. Eh,
Hey man.
Slap the robot and
The which robot?
cargo box.
Oh hey.
Okay. Okay.
Can you move past him?
Oh. Side strafe is not best. Hello, Marcus Stone.
Hey Marcus.
Right. We're gonna hear that a lot, aren't we?
Yeah. Goodbye.
Got some fires.
Oh. Well, the fires seem to be on the cargo thing.
Excuse me. And
Gas fire.
ew. Oh, I've got a fire suppressant.
Mmm. I see. Is it the thing that looks like a fire extinguisher?
Gosh. It's just
What is he?
hitting the fires? Ah! Help
He's
you out with
that'd
what?
be well, that big towering fire, I guess.
Oh, I've got to...
Give it back manually.
What? I
Did you just
do
do a backflip? You just did a cool backflip. All right, maybe this game's all right. When did this game come out?
Oh,
I'm
it was pretty fucking early. That much I'm confident. I remember playing this when I was first trying out MMOs. Like, and I was like, wow, this feels old at the time.
Oh man. Okay. If you would like to know, the release date was it's serendipitous. We are playing on this very day,
Really?
the 23rd birthday of Anarchy
That's
Online.
crazy.
It came out June 27th, 2001.
I can't believe that fucking there's a birthday with Mansion 2 HD.
On Nintendo Switch right now. um So you said you were like this was from an era of you trying out a bunch of MMOs.
Yeah, just downloading a whole bunch of free trials and firing them up and seeing how it was.
I never really had an MMO phase like at all. Very pointedly. Is there like what about the genre speaks to you? I guess is my question.
I mean, I think there's I like MMO combat. I mean, I like MMO class design, right? I like
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it's like an action RPG, but they can't actually action, and so it becomes very mechanically focused. Because with latency and stuff, you can't be like do this combo with exact timing. That just doesn't.
Exactly, because like I naively like I remember having this thought as like a dumb child, mind you, thinking because I didn't understand how the world worked. Was like, oh, why isn't there an MMO out there with like Devil May Cry combat? And it's like, oh, because of latency, that would be impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Or next to impossible, even with like the relatively high speed connections that we have today. Like, that's just untenable or undesirable, frankly. Like, because it's like if I want to play Devil May Cry, I just gotta play Devil May Cry. Oh, we
That's so many points.
5,000 points, eh?
I'll just max everything, right? Why not?
Yeah, why not? Well, you can do abilities, body and defense, melee weapons. It looks
Oh,
like
I
there's more stuff.
see. There's a oh my good gracious.
Swimming.
Swimming's disabled. These are stats that still exist, but you can't use them. All right, Emrys, have a good dinner. We'll be here.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we appear to be in trash world at the moment.
Put things on now. Whoa.
Whoa. First person.
Ah. Um, yeah, so I think like there's the mechanical stuff around combat. I also think there's an ability to a really big world and also make it not care about you a lot of the time, which I really value. I think one of the big things that I find often regrettable about video games how important they rather be a person perhaps have some influence, but I don't need to be chosen one, and one of the things is in MMOs you do kind of get there eventually. Usually, if you get like
Right.
after a certain number of expansions, they're like, "Well, you've saved the world." Like, girl,
Ooh.
like that, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
After a certain number of expansions, like World of Warcraft or whatever, you've saved the world so many times, they have to acknowledge
You have
that.
to justify this.
Right.
Right.
But there is a lot of just like, okay, you're going around communities, learning about their problems, and helping out but not fixing them. Often because of the nature of the format, right, is such that it's like, well, if you fixed them, then no one else would be able to play the game anymore.
Right. It's like there's always going to be like 5 swamp rats or whatever that needs killing because it's just the swamp rats, like, or in this case, like cleaning robots will just spawn infinitely.
And one of the things that happened with the advent of phasing technology, where they're basically able to like do a shared instant. Okay, so phasing is actually like a really common concept now to the point. This is it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, it was really revolutionary. I think my introduction to it was World of Warcraft: Wrath of the Lich King. So let's say you are doing a quest. You're in an area. It's an open world area. There are a bunch of other players there, and you go to a burning village, right?
Okay.
And someone's like, quick! Here's a quest. Put out the fires, and you put out the fires, right? Do the damn thing.
Do it.
And then the fires are gone. But if you have your friend standing next to you who has not done the quest, you're like, shit, this guy. Oh, it backed away.
It's
I'll take that.
backed off.
Um,
Backed off.
Your friend is like, what? It's still on fire for me. But you can still see each other. You're still in the same world, because it is doing phasing, which is like partial instancing without locking people out, right? Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, it makes a certain amount of sense. It's kind of like so the one MMO that I have played a bunch of. Oh, we're stuck in here, huh? Is Final Fantasy 14.
Right.
Where yeah, it's just the idea is like everybody can kind of be on their own path, so that once player A, damn,
Pop it, drop it, lock it,
you've
sweetie.
yeah. Um, Once player A has completed the objective, it doesn't lock player B from doing that same objective later.
Right. Sure.
It's not like fucking Ultima Online or whatever, where everybody was on the same instance, basically. So if one person kills the dire wolf or whatever, that dire wolf is dead for everybody.
Yeah. That's... something is...
That looks like an original Xbox you're giving them.
Well, the music played, so I guess I did a good job.
Good job.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, there's sort of a couple of different types of like how this tech works. And I think also there are ways in which the tech was kind of there were real downsides to the advent of the tech, right? Because it is the case where now you can make people important, right? You can, it's, part of what enforced the lack of importance is stuff like, oh man, no matter what you do, whatever quest you do, there will always be a direwolf problem, right? But now with phasing, you can be like, no, you did the quest. You have solved the direwolf problem. Thank you, hero, for saving this village. I'm dead. Whoa,
Oh,
look
dear.
at this animation.
Whoa.
Wow, okay. Flashbang.
Oh.
All right?
We're back here. Wow.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think this is great. I do have another game ready, and we've been going for 30 minutes. This is the one that won, but I think, and I'm not quitting just, not giving up just
Right.
yet. But
Yeah.
I do think, this is the thing about old MMOs, is you really don't know what you're going to get, and sometimes what you're going to get is not a lot. EverQuest is interesting. EverQuest is neat. I've played a couple of hours of EverQuest 1 in preparation for some Bottle Crow stuff, and it is like they have added some quests since, but when EverQuest came out, and still what's mostly there is an expectation that you will just like get control of your character and run into the woods and start hitting things. That's the
Right. Because like the opening hours of an MMO like sets the tone, sets certain expectations, and like right now what I'm getting from Anarchy Online is, I mean, it's kind of doing that thing that you sort of like about these games. It's like, oh, you're just like some guy. You're just some person who just snuck onto a ship, and now you're on this planet, and they're giant garbage fleas. Damn.
I guess I hadn't regenerated my health. I don't know how I'm supposed to know that since I can't see my health bar any. Oh, you know what? It's that tiny thing in the top left, I think. Maybe?
Maybe?
But then why did I die in one hit from an enemy I've killed several times already?
There's a help button.
Oh, okay. It was covering up how much health bar there is. I see.
I see.
What if I hit... Do I heal faster?
/sit.
Well, I guess we're gonna chill for a minute. But yeah, I think like it is like even if I want reduced importance, but I don't want a lack of context or like position, right? Like even if you
Mm,
are, just some random adventurer, it is still the case that people recognize you as a human being, have a conversation, right? Is what I want.
right.
We'll still tell you like there's a problem, can you help? You know?
Do you have an MMO in your memory that like does this particularly well?
I think like I do think I have some other problems with Final Fantasy 14. I think it does it pretty well for a lot of A Realm Reborn. Um, After a certain point, Final Fantasy 14 becomes extremely like you're the big hero of the world and everyone respects you, right? And
Right.
that's fine,
Yeah,
that's
you
allowed,
become
but
the warrior of light.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh. Beyond that, I mean, like one that's pretty good is City of Heroes does a really good job with this because the thing in City of Heroes is, wow, I literally can't walk unless I undo. If I have sit clicked in, I cannot move. Um, City of Heroes is like you're a newbie like superhero, and I think they do a good job of like contextualizing why this is a place that needs a lot of help, why you have the strengths and weaknesses you have, and your relationship to other people. One of the coolest things they ever did is so they added like random like quest generation, right, which is not an unusual thing.
Hmm. Sure.
Um, and it was like okay, um,
Yeah, it's just yeah.
there's City of Villains as well, which is like basically it's like your alliance and horde thing, right? It's like the two different factions. You play a hero or a villain, same game. Um,
Hmm.
and in City of Villains, if you wanted to do a random mission, you hit a button and your character pulled out a newspaper and started skimming headlines. And there'd be headlines like,
Oh
"Oh, like
wow.
Department of Defense testing special bomb," and you're like, "Oh, I want that bomb." It's like really clever stuff.
That's real. That's also like really playing into the that's playing into like the format because it's like that's like a classic like Superman bit or a classic like old like Silver Age comic bit of like the hero looking at a newspaper and like figuring out what's going on that needs help, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Or
some
the
real.
villain's case, you know.
I mean, like, there's a bunch of stuff like that in City of Heroes. City of Heroes, fortunately, still running because of City of Heroes Homecoming, or rather, running again. Um, but was a game that was just such a clear like labor of love from comic book fans, where it
Hmm.
has features like, oh, if you want to like party up with a friend who's lower level than you, you can mark them as your sidekick, and they will temporarily be leveled up to being level under you.
Yeah, you were telling me about this. That is like a really cool way of like it's ostensibly the same like mechanically same thing as like in Final Fantasy 14, like lowering the level of like matching levels for everybody.
Yeah,
Like you're doing the same job, you're just doing it in the opposite direction.
but a thing about that, right, which is like it's I'm not saying it's necessarily better or worse. It's just, there's a choice that's been made here. But like in Final Fantasy 14, if your friend's like, "Oh man, we should do this dungeon. This dungeon's really cool," and you say, "I'm not high enough level," then that's that. Can't do
Right.
it. Because there's only a way to go down, not a way to go. And like
Hmm.
there is merit to that because you don't want people like another side effect is when I was playing the City of Hero like trial like I don't know a decade ago or something, right?
Right.
Um I was going around and someone was like, "Hey," like a couple of people ran by and they were like, "Hey, you're new around here, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing the trial." And they're like, "You want some levels?" And I'm like, "Sure." And they formed a party with me, ran into a high level dungeon, and I just stood in the back and they punched things for like 10 minutes and I was at the level cap. And I was like,
Wow.
thank you, I think. What?"
Well, then at that point, that like you could run into potentially running into the problem of like now you're super high level, but you haven't experienced the curve
Hmm.
of like slowly learning all your skills and learning the aspects of your character.
Totally.
Um,
Totally. Well, and that's another interesting thing that World of Warcraft has tried to address, right? I think starting with Mists of Pandaria, they started doing this, where I
Mm,
mean, you've been able to buy level boost, right?
sure.
Um, but they were like, hey, if you buy a level boost, we are going to start you off in a special area where we take away most of the abilities you would have and give them to you one by one as you do quests and like a video tutorial.
Hmm.
Um, which
So that so that in theory, like you're playing high level stuff and your friend wants to play with you, or it's just like, oh, I know this stuff already, I just want to make a new character on a different server, and get them up to speed.
well, also a lot of people just have a very different like people play MMOs for a lot of different reasons, and some of them
Hmm.
I don't agree with, right? Some of them it's like, okay, you have your own. I'm gonna fucking die. This guy seems tough.
This guy seems strong.
I'm gonna run. Um, like I am of the opinion that if you are playing an MMO, like leveling is most of why I'm there. Endgame is interesting, but like you are going to spend most of your time playing the game not at max level, and therefore that experience should be compelling, right? So that's why I'm there.
Yeah.
There are
I
people
mean,
who are
that
just
was I mean, that was part of the reason why I spent a bunch of hours leveling Red Mage in 14. It was just like, oh no, I'm just having like there's an enjoyment here of just like going through the story quests and then just building up the character, right?
yeah.
Like I'm not max level, I'm not close to it, but oh, I think you have a friend with you. That has to be another player.
Yeah, roaming around shooting the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people for whom it's like, I am here to do like endgame content, right? And so for them, it's like, okay, this leveling shit is a waste of my time. I just want to get to the end, my friend. And not a philosophy that I personally subscribe to. It's like as a person running a game that is a live service game and you need a constant stream of income, you'd be a fool not to be like, okay, well, how do we get these people in and also get some money out of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
how it happens. Oh,
What are these ley lines?
I assume these are like lines of transportation that Klondike is
Like a
a frozen list. Um, Trying key. Really, when you sit down, it really makes it clear how much this outfit is just ass out.
Yeah, and it's made up of like 5 polygons. Started
I'm
sneaking.
sorry. Oh, okay, that was sneaking. What that was. Okay. Um, I just want to figure out if I have any other.
Team, team.
They're just not giving me a lot, you know.
Yeah.
You want to try some DDO? Is it time?
Let, let's take a look at DDO.
All right. Uh, enjoy your brief view of my desktop once I figure out how to fucking. Ow! I could just force close the game, obviously, but I would like to do things properly. Limit beer screen. Um, maybe we should have done 2019. What do you think?
Maybe, maybe. Oh, what is that bar in the lower left? Defensive or
Oh,
aggressive?
so you can change this slider to like basically see like how much you are actively defending or attacking as with your auto attacks. Um, is something that basically did to me.
I'm sorry. Is the exit key on your shortcut bar the log out button? Upper left.
All right, that's fine.
We're just gonna sit here and wait.
I mean, this is very classic. Older MMOs, especially, like, there was always an assumption that people were going to care about PvP, or being able to just quit in the middle of a fight. Oh wow, it just goes to death.
Oh, it just oh,
It's
it's
just
just
gone.
like, oh, that's exit. You're done.
All right, well, fair enough. Uh, unpatched. All right, hey, check this out. Oh, I guess only for the stream. Peek of the stream if you want to see the password privacy shield.
I'd have to open another window.
I just made a Charlotta with the word password privacy shield, and I just slap it over.
That's cute.
Oh, come on. Okay. I'm gonna have to do something about this. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that's loud. That's very loud. Yeah, 10 seems like a good level for you, motherfucker. What the hell? Let me see if I can do game capture for this. Because doesn't like monitor capture much. No, it cannot game capture. Let's try window capture.
Maybe.
No, not Discord. Did a bad job. All right. Well. And we graphic settings to make this not be video. There we go. Look at that. All right. Now I can share with my friend Kyrie. Hold it to. All right.
There we go.
All right.
Oh
Screen
boy.
Windowed. Yes. Advanced graphics. Ultra high.
Ultra high.
Now this is a regular draw distance. I call this draw distance 1. Here's where things get really exciting.
How come? So you made your draw distance bigger. I can't notice anything.
Oh, it's got the little cracklies. All right, let's make a character. Oh man, look! Wow, you have updated this game. There's no way this is what it used to look like.
No way.
Let's be iconic. Whoa!
Whoa!
She's freaking out. I guarantee you they are going to try and charge me if I try to pick iconic.
Yeah.
Favored soul.
Oh, that has to be. That's a premium currency
yeah.
thing because
Oh,
yeah, you're an angel.
No, listen, like Angel, we could be a cleric. A favored soul could be your angle or your devil. Okay, let's. Or, wait, there's monk paladin? Huh.
Okay.
Interesting. So special.
That must have been a 3.5 thing. Just jamming on that thing.
Wilding out.
What?
That's cool.
Oh, look at that! Look at this cool dog. No wonder they make you pay for that.
I have ball. Ball is life.
Grandmother ball is life.
Okay.
Oh boy, yeah. At least it lets us look at them.
Deep
Deep
gnome is a
gnome.
job. God, you look like that all the time? It's
Well, I
exhausting.
guess you don't need your own light source at that point.
Hard to see. That's cool. Air. Very that.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna do rogue. I feel like that's the best way to like, oh, that is challenging solo problem.
Mm.
I'm just worried this is gonna be D&D 3.5, and therefore being a fighter will be possibly the most boring thing you can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is the most covered up barbarian I've ever seen.
Yeah, in a game like this, for sure.
So she does have a face on her boobs.
Aw.
I don't know, Kyrie, what do you think?
I think a spellcaster might be okay.
It'd be dangerous, but oh, you know what? We could turn into a demon. That sounds okay.
Sure.
I am gonna. You know what? Actually, thinking about it, I am gonna go with rogue because I think this one of the things this does is it actually does have stuff like traps and things.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're playing solo, I know apparently we won't fight very well solo, but having a bunch of like unlocking doors and stuff is good.
Yeah. Of like your typical like fantasy classes in MMOs, what is your favorite to play? Is Rogue up there?
If they do a good job with fighter, I like to do fighter. I like. I mean, I'm very attached to the concept, like the character concept of someone who like doesn't trust magic, and not as in they're like suspicious of it, but they're like, I don't want to rely on something like that because you never know when it'll you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that kind of character I find. So it's like no, it's like I want to play a character who is like I have trained to use a weapon because the world is weird, and gods will betray you, magic will fail you, a sword just works.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I like playing tank. You were right. I should do it. Sorcerer is probably cool. We'll just stick with it. Oh, I can't pick a path. Um, what do you want to do?
Tiefling is a classic.
Classic.
Um,
How short are the? Wow, they're very short.
wow. Ooh, halfling might work all right.
Wish I could just hit recommend. Okay, so for warlocks, it's charisma.
Let's see. We're playing as a sorcerer? Or no, we're playing as a warlock. Maybe it's wisdom?
It says it's charisma. Wisdom
Oh,
for
okay.
spells, and then um,
Mm-hmm.
it does seem like strength won't really do for us. Oh, you know what? We're not playing tabletop. I don't think I'll give myself a +2, +1, but I don't think intelligence is actually going to fit me that much
Mm-hmm.
this game, fortunately.
For sure.
I see. Once you get up to
Hard cap.
there's a hard cap, but also there's just like the cost of raising it. It's a +2 without. Sure, that seems fine.
That seems okay.
Oh, okay. I forgot how much we do the thing. I mean, I love it. I am excited about that.
Definitely made in the era of D&D 3.5. That much is for sure.
Uh-huh. Um, gotta do some. You need concentration. It's 3.5. You need concentration. Oh, bluff. What does bluff do? Oh, it's specifically
Bluffs.
it's taunt.
Mm.
Um, however, I do have big ups. Okay, so see the like the stop sign means it's passive. Box means
I see.
nice. Oh, I still have a point.
Heal?
So much.
I think you can organize it by like. We already have. If you look in the middle, that's what we have already.
Oh, okay. True patron.
Is there
Snake
evil?
blood.
What does snake blood do?
I think it gives me some stat bonus for +1 to reflex and +2 against poison.
Mm.
One we're going to need to be able to like at low levels. Probably not gonna be able to purely rely on. You wanna use a short sword?
Let's go with a short sword. Well, what's a dex weapon? Um,
Good point.
maybe rapier.
I think a rapier is one spell. It's not a lot.
Touch of it. Yes, was touched with that at some point.
Huh. Okay. Um, I feel really bad about their lives. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is not good. I feel like we're gonna get fucking worked.
It can't be that bad. I mean, granted, D&D low-level design is
We should
notorious.
probably do color spray, right? Color sprays.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Now
my
the real
dear,
shit.
guessing 7 is going to be the longest hair.
It's reasonably long.
And elf hair. There are a lot.
Mm-hmm. 27 seems to be. 28 is clipping through your clothes.
That's how you know.
Sure.
I think I like this one.
It looks nice.
They're like, I want good color, good looking blonde hair, and they're like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little crown. No points for guessing what I'm doing. I
Okay.
can't have blue eyes?
What?
Halflings don't have blue eyes?
Weird. That feels like such a weird choice.
Well, the hair looks bad anyway. Let's just do.
Yeah.
No, I hate. Um. Oh, cool. Pick a star.
We can. Squall but a girl.
Yeah, lawful neutral. There.
There
For
we
you.
go. Thank you. Thank you. I feel vindicated.
All right. Sure, that's good.
Let's do it.
That's Squall is the first name. Okay, that makes
That-
sense. I was like,
that
Squall,
makes
but
a
a
lot of
girl is
sense.
taken.
That'd be like we just had this like if someone else did that, I would want to like uh Zagwal. Where it's a Z. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the outfit I was promised.
Yep.
All right.
Welcome to DDO. Wow, welcome to DDO.
Wow, just into it. Wait.
You find yourself waking on a shore of flotsam. Memories of a large white
This
dragon
is just less
striking
mouse.
your ship come flooding back.
Ah, you're awake. Oi, you ain't undead, are you?
No?
Not yet.
Can you talk? Speak to me.
Okay. Yeah.
If what the halfling said was true, no one but you made it to the island alive.
The camps follow me.
It may be worth following this rogue. For now.
I
Follow
recognize this. Who? I recognize this voice.
Here we are. So you want a weapon or not?
Well, we have 87 copper now.
Make a rapier.
Oh, there it is.
Rip it.
There's
As
a
you
weapon.
take hold of the weapon, feeling its balance,
Whoops.
you can't
Sorry,
help
man.
but notice
Oh,
this
oh, oh.
Jeets has more he wants to say.
Hey, cheats.
Hey, Jeets. Jeets Shimmis.
All right.
Salimus is at the grotto. Tell her to keep her knickers on.
Her lick it?
Her knickers.
You say knickers?
I think he said knickers.
He did say knickers. Sounded like he said lick it to me. Well.
Salimus is in the grotto.
But-
I shall show you the way.
Thank you, large man. We're just really fucking up these barrels, huh?
Gotta let him know.
Tell me, was it exciting to see a dragon up close?
Did you care about the answer to your question? Okay. Alright. Let's go in solo.
The grotto.
Is this Salimus, the cleric you were sent to find?
Who in Kyber are you?
Kyber.
Okay. Alright.
First, I shall surround us with a protection spell.
Her spell temporarily prevents you from dying, though you can still suffer.
Damn, that's a good
injuries.
trick.
That's a good trick.
This effect will wear off when you leave these caves.
I'm never leaving these
Now,
caves.
let's be about it.
I'm just gonna chill. Look at that.
Look at the water.
Ooh.
A gate.
Let's see when this game came
There must
out.
be a way to open it. Try up that ladder. I'll remain here and bash any Sawagan trying to
I feel like it was
out.
part of the during the WoW expansion.
Well,
Hear the shuffling
was
and
2006
wheezing of some creature
in that era?
coming from the corridor
Yeah, that sounds
ahead.
right to me.
Because it released on Windows February 28th, 2006. So do you have to click it
The
every
rogue
time, or is it
lever
just
at
an
the
auto
rear of
attack?
this corridor
You can click
most
it every
likely
time.
controls the gate where the cleric
Like Devil May Cry.
Slimus, is waiting.
Good job.
Yeah, that's
But no
exactly
time
what
to
I
dawdle.
wanted.
We come to assist you. Onward to glory.
Salimus isn't too honked at me. Thanks for putting in the good word. Don't you worry, Salimus. I'm here to watch your behind now.
The evil aura is oppressive. Sawagan are behind this door. Charge!
Super
it's
no one
empty?
here.
Well, she's
Sawagan.
Look, the door closed behind us.
Man, your fucking aura sense is really impressive. Can I hit you with a... Boom!
boom.
Here comes the boom. Wait, can I just keep doing this?
It looks like it.
Good lord!
There are more of them up there. Stay alert. The righteous smite you!
Tying my shoes. Now die!
Sawagan wretches,
Could you
are
do the light
scared
thing
of
the whole
me?
time?
Come down and fight. For the flame!
Please keep shooting death. I like it. Yeah.
Such is the fate of evil. Now, let's find a way out of here.
Let's try the door.
Let's try picking this
Damn it.
lock.
Can't pick this. Anyone see a key?
Curious. I just stepped on something.
Good work!
Ah!
I see
Ah.
you down there. Who's up for a swim?
Hydrophobia
Oh.
mean anything to you?
You grab the silver key. Time to swim for the
Don't tell me what to
surface.
do.
Go deeper.
This camera is not good for this. I don't like that.
I can't swim in this armor. For the flame's sake, I'm weary. Let's take a moment to rest.
Ha! I still got plenty of stamina. I can go all night long.
Why don't you scout ahead then? Just don't get yourself in trouble.
I think this
Now
guy's
you're
gonna get
talking.
himself into
I'll
some
take a
trouble.
little peep.
Talking about
If
all
you're
night
done
long and
resting,
peeping.
go and
I don't know
scout
about this
ahead
guy.
with
He sounds like
Jeeves.
a creep.
Yeah.
Crikey!
No. Crikey?
Crikey.
Please disarm the trap.
Ha! It was no match for yours truly. You can open the door now.
You two having fun? It's time for us to go.
Are we having fun?
The High Priestess should be up ahead.
You know,
The onus for much
I'm
suffering
enjoying
rests
seeing what this
squarely
has to
upon
offer.
her slimy,
Mhm.
webbed
I'm not gonna say that the
hands.
gameplay is
There
makes
she is,
Elling's, but it's
performing some kind of
Yeah.
profane blood magic.
I mean,
I will
it's
open the
kind of
door.
true to the low
Prepare
level
yourself.
D&D experience where it's like
Ready?
you
Go.
barely have any skills that you can use. It's like, oh, what do you do on your attack turn? It's like, I guess I'll Eldritch Blast. Not like I have many other options.
According to our employer, there's a secret passage around here somewhere leading to Korthos. You boys look for it.
Reminds me of
I
campaigns
must
I've been
cleanse the
in where it's
profane
like, oh, we're
energies
just gonna
around
start
the
at like
shrine.
level 2 or 3.
Let Selimus do her thing. You and I'll take care of the important stuff. The treasure.
right. Oh, look at the okay. Doing like a D&D, like it takes time to equip. That's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it included pants. That's. I mean, I guess that is D&D, right? They just like, you buy hide armor. You don't buy
My
hide
rogue
armor
senses are
shirt
tingling. There's
separately.
something fishy in this
Mhm.
room. Try searching around.
It's kind of
You feel a stiff draft from somewhere in this room. Perhaps the hidden passage to the village is in here.
Found the secret passage? Go on, open it then. Brilliant. Tidy lasses and pints up the wazoo. Here I come.
this guy
We're
keeps
almost done.
talking.
The way
He's
out is
like
up ahead.
tidy lasses. He's like
First, I
clean
want to
faces
reward you for
only.
your
Oh no.
assistance. Please come speak with me.
Oh wow.
Ooh. Get the rapier and give us a better one. Or
Oh, this is charge bait. Don't have two fightings. That idea. Look cool.
yeah.
Stepping out of the grotto, you find yourself in Korthos village. The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations. Judging from how it looks now, the Sahuagin are winning. However, some hopeful souls still hold out for help to arrive.
Hi, Randall.
How to bind your character. Okay.
I assume this is like binding like your spawn point.
I guess so.
Hello, the Lauren Jean Dragon.
Gene Dragon. Are you called Gene Dragon because you look like a pair of blue jeans?
Listen, we're Squall but a girl. I don't know if we get to talk shit.
yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, are there other... Oh, I thought there were other players over there.
That is.
Hey,
What are you doing? Yeah.
cool. Now we have a quest.
Hi.
I guess, like, if all these MMOs in the era were, like, all riffing on D&D to a certain extent, I guess it makes sense for the D&D people to be like, well, we could do that.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is, as we both know,
Mm-hmm.
there's like D&D's a bad system.
It is.
They have
Played a bunch of it,
they
and
have-
it's a bad...
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say that I played a bunch of it, and I started having way more fun with tabletop games when I started playing other systems.
Yeah, it's like they have really good market share. They have incredible
Mhm.
advertising, right? And
Right.
with their budget, they can do. I mean, like one of the things that gets people is like you are.
Talk to this guy's
Not
father,
allowed
I
to go
guess.
fight random. Um. Sorry. Like you look at, like the marketing is not just that the name is on everyone, right? There's
Right.
also like, oh,
You can feel
you
the
like you want to get a
life-saving heat
monster
emanating
manual,
from the
you want to
magic
get
crystal
like a
Holgar spoke
fucking
of.
dungeon master's
But
guide.
from
It's
the
all stuff that
shadows
like
approach those who would
is
doom
great
Porthos
as
by
just
destroying it.
a thing to like read, right? Which is how a lot of
Mhm.
tabletop rulebooks end up mostly getting used. So see how
Cultist slain.
that was really easy. Um, you see how they get as big and popular as they are.
That and also just, not only market share, but also just like literally the language of saying, if you say tabletop game, most people will be like, oh, like D&D. Or it's just sort of like, it's like the same way no one says tissues, they say Kleenex.
Sure.
You know? It was just the game. And then I think about like if I think about D&D as like a thing, I just think about how like 4th edition was probably the most honest D&D has ever been, because that's just all combat. Because it's like, if you just want a fucking combat simulator, fucking go nuts. D&D like is okay at that.
Still not great, but I
But
agree with you.
still not great. Yeah. At least with like 4th edition or whatever, it's like, oh, they just basically turned D&D into like, it's just a full-blown like tactics game at that point.
And I do
But
think
if
like
you are
5th edition is an attempt to make some of the appeal of 4th edition something that 2 and 3, 2nd and 3rd.
yeah. I think you and I are of the mind that it just doesn't do that very well.
Playing something else, and especially like I also just think in general the idea of adapting tabletop rules for a video is just not a good idea, because they have very different strengths and very different focus and very different possibilities. You're not, when you're doing tabletop, you don't have the ability for a machine to do a bunch of math for you to make things like work a certain way. And then when you're dealing with a machine that can do math for you, the machine has no fucking imagination. So it's just like,
Right.
oh, why would you do this?
It's in your... Yeah.
I didn't see it in my... Sure. Axe.
Sure.
Superior to...
This is a civilized area.
This... Okay. Don't... Stab is alright. Otherwise, this is not the correct way to wield a rapier.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it says I have proficiency. Certainly don't have expertise. I'm just too dumb to... There's... Promise it.
Sorry. Talk to the barkeep. That's like the.
Finder has fucking. What are you talking about? I'm stuck.
You have ledge grab.
Okay. Oh, you didn't have a yellow arrow, but Aja Bauerdorf. I miss Garnet. Wait,
Hi.
that's a random. Okay. Okay. Where's the I want to talk to? Actually.
Every time you swing your sword.
Ah! Okay. By the Quarthos graveyard. Okay. Why did it say the Wavecrest Tavern then? You know, Final Fantasy 14 is offline right now.
Right, because they're doing their big old update, huh?
You let me out now? I talked to some. I talked to him!
Maybe you have to get a job from him?
I probably do. Probably have to find the general vendor. And happy sent.
Yeah.
Me when I step outside and the sun is shining. Wow, it's just like Skyrim.
Just like Skyrim.
I'm going to.
Oh, we can swim.
I'm surprised. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but like this water would be fucking cold. I would make people.
Would be.
In other news, they don't let me make video games.
Some homie out there always taking cold water damage. Ugh. 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 Oh, we made a little loop.
Yeah, no, I can't find anyone I'm supposed to talk to. Hello, Baldar.
Balder to the. Balder. I would like you to use your services.
So you're the vendor and you didn't have the. No. Point him out for me. Golden circular icon is now blinking. That's Kaja Bauerdaughter. Oh, behind.
Oh. No. What's that?
Ah!
Yellow chicken?
Damn it. I like to trade. I actually want to trade. I want to be able to talk to the fucking guy. I can go back to the bar. Sorry, the tap.
More items are available in the DDO store.
That's reassuring. I was worried they wouldn't take my money. You can purchase experience. Oh.
That's.
Okay, then talk to Sigmund. And Sigmund's like, yeah, I don't know, there's
Go
probably...
outside. There's probably people outside.
Piece of shit. I'm gonna go talk to your daughter. And it's gonna be inappropriate. It's gonna be appropriate, but you're being a pain in the ass, so...
There she is. Hayton's family crypt. I think that's one right there.
Rock and roll.
Let's do it.
Coming
Hide,
from deep in the
Ruby.
crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. And by the passage leading in, a grim-faced man glares at you. Strange. Sarcophagi line the walls, but they're broken open and empty. Where did the bodies go? You notice something strange about the wall to the west. If you search the wall, you found some kind of secret door in the wall. Once you open, this is a dark and dusty passage. It doesn't look like anyone's come through here in decades.
Blast that vase. I think so. Okay. Okay. Just be careful. Just be careful, 6.
I'm gonna quietly blow it up.
Oh, there's another one.
It's out in the
I'm
open
great at
and
not panicking.
unprotected, and that's probably what
She
the
said,
dead
lying.
cultist by the chest thought. You found the triggering mechanism for some sort of trap in this room. It would take someone trained as a rogue or artificer to disarm it.
Let's just set up the trap.
Acid sprays out of the wall as the gate slams shut.
We took like a couple points of damage. We took 1 point of damage.
I got out of it really fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that one.
Maybe you can open it now?
A treasure chest glimmers in this passage. There may be something of use inside.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
What were those cultists up to? This heavy mace is a bludgeoning weapon, ideal for smashing apart skeletons. Their bones are resistant to
Bludgeoning,
puncturing or
piercing, slashing.
weapons.
I hope that like different like campaigns this game have different G and they have different styles. I want to hear the narration at some point go,
That would be pretty funny where like you go and 5 skeletons show up.
they're angry.
There has to be like at least one dungeon in this game that has like a DM like that. Just
Game's been going for, you know, what, 19 years?
something like that. 18 years, I guess. If I did my math right. 2006, so
Oh, it's 2024, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It sure is.
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up.
Manage your HP bar.
Manage it, adventurer.
Go ahead, set off the
Chest
trap, I don't
glimmers
care.
in the dark passage here. Though rusty, this longsword is still sharp. It's a slashing weapon, perfect for slicing through putrid zombie flesh that would resist puncturing or bludgeoning weapons.
You're
There's
really
a
judgy about their
Sahuagin
flesh
in
right
here, performing
Mhm.
some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Korthos.
Yeah,
The
before-
Sahuagin were using this vile devourer altar to create a magical crest appears from the destroyed altar.
Sorry, you're gonna keep talking? I can keep left clicking
may be
until
useful
there's nothing to
later.
talk about.
You continue to hear cultists about their evil work from further inside. the
Someone's
crypt.
trying to like read their notes, and then it's like one of the players at the table just goes like, I do a critical attack like on the cultist. And the guy has to throw out like 5-page of notes.
Ah. The prince speaks. He says, yes, it's true. It was me all along. But of course, I had my reason. I'm gonna go into a rage. No, hang on. Wait, hang on.
Hang on. I remember at one point I was in a 5th edition campaign that we kind of made the GM like a little like upset because we had just come up with like such an obtuse solution to the problem that I don't know if they had an answer for it. Like there was a dragon in a particularly like small cave, so we had our rogues sneak around, cast a jump on the dragon, and then we surprised the dragon, hoping that they would jump up and smash their head on the ceiling.
It croaks. Crag Wolf Hayton, in life you served the light.
Another crest drops out as you smash the altar. There might still be
You're just-
other altars elsewhere in this
There is
crypt.
something kind of funny of you just interrupting the GM's like monologuing.
You see, warlocks are not very good at soloing.
Mm.
I just point my hand and red flows out until everyone in the room is dead. One more to do and then it'll...
Ooh.
What do you think's going to be behind here?
Is an
Another
evil
altar?
devourer
Wow.
altar. That's the Sahuagin's plan. When the altar collapses, a third crest appears. It glows with cold magic.
Sorry, you were still making the sound effects of your like spawning in. Sorry, you've been dead for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
A magical barrier blocks the way, and behind it, another Sahuagin performs unholy rituals you fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside spits out in a venomous voice. The last devourer altar shatters.
Oh, I see. You've got cover.
Oh. Oh. Technically, it's half cover.
Thank you. You know what? I
I
was being sloppy. I was being lazy. I appreciate you keeping me.
Yours.
keeping
I
me
always
honest.
try to keep you honest.
Yeah. What makes it Arctic? Oh, I see.
Because it's old?
Oh no, it hurts people of lawful alignment extra.
Ah.
Okay.
They got the stink gas all
the
over
fart
them.
clouds,
They need
yeah.
a shower. Yeah.
Yes. That's it.
That was like nothing.
I like fully immersed myself. Come on. Wow. That's a generous hitbox. You cast that while jumping?
Wow. Turns out this game has like jump cancels. It's a bit of a technical thing, but you know.
Oh,
It's re-
3.5 concentration rules were a little more strict than that.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and not take the one that has minuses on it.
Some of the braver villagers tried to stem the Sahuagin tide, but their courage led to naught but grievous injuries. Korthos needs someone with more than just guts.
Well, I've got the devil on my side. All right, Linus Wiener.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna
Maybe.
be inside. No one's ever.
These guys just having a big old time, huh?
No, no, don't panic, Squall. Have a job to do. Don't make eye contact. John, hi,
John from the from Garfield.
John. Jesus. That's like a real ass
Wow.
fight. I'm getting out of here.
Can you stand behind the bar?
That's not a very
What
good
cellos
dance.
It looks like you're in mid-falling animation.
But like
Now
slowly.
that guy stands. Yeah.
I guessing. All right. Whoa.
Oh.
That
Whoa,
guy looks like
undead
they had
rat.
Yeah, they had a bad time. Might have been a mole.
You can hear the telltale
Okay. Well, I'm glad Jen's not here.
Yeah.
Oh no, you were right. That's a rat. That's really big.
An RUS.
I do like that it shows challenge rate.
That's cute.
This appears to be the main story. It seems the villagers have been preparing for a protracted siege.
Fine now. Good luck with
My
your
stuff
siege,
now.
idiot.
Stupid. And the way you are casting Eldritch Blast is like, this really lends credence to the idea that Ryu is a wizard.
Sarhagen emerges from a hidden passage, demanding
Shout, it's another red name
you
boss.
mustn't let the
Oh.
scrolls
Oh,
fall into
hi.
Devourer
Oh,
hands.
hi.
Whoa, he's fast. But not particularly.
You know, I will say for a game from 2006, this has like a pretty nice art style.
Yeah, I think the art style is strong. It's very, you know, like, you know, it is like D&D, and you know, it's like I feel like D&D for a while didn't have much of an a consistent art style beyond that of like some of its setting, right? Like Forgotten Realms and stuff. But I
Right.
think this manages to feel like a coherent look, not Eberron or Forgotten Realm.
Right.
Remember, folks, don't name your shit Everwinter. Asking for trouble.
The door swings open, revealing a magical sphere.
Oh, this is great!
Oh.
That the
Oh,
floor in this
puzzle?
room can be moved and rotated.
Oh, it's like fucking, it's Pipe Panic or whatever.
Yeah, pipe dream.
Pipe, yeah.
Okay, is my goal to
Oh.
get it into every one of
I think. Hold on. There's sigils on the ground. Is there like? Rotate one above. You rotate it again.
Ah, of course. I was obsessing over this.
Actually, no, that could help us. Yeah, I think you have to light up all 4 sigils. Oh,
That's fine.
Oh yeah, I think I see the.
I can't believe I rotated the.
Oh, we didn't get the one up there. Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
The protective spell dissipates. All that remains now is
That was cool.
That's so cool. Yeah. DDO points awarded.
It gave me real money. Can I cash out?
Well, it's like crypto. You have to like find someone else to buy it from you.
Oh. Hang on, why were we doing this?
Good question. Word of your deeds spread. Talk to Linus.
Right, no, but not like in story. Why did we just loot the town warehouse?
Don't think about it too much. Linus just wanted to scroll.
Wow.
Hero. It is on the people's lips as you walk by.
That didn't take
Cautious
much. You
looks
people
have
are
become
easy.
Friendly nods. Then word comes that your presence is requested in the tavern.
Oh, so did the thing I was.
Cannot use Eldritch Blast here.
Not actually trying to do that. I'm trying to turn. There we go. I can. A little awkward there. Now finally I can be like, hey bro, let me out of fucking town. I don't like.
Oh boy.
Right. First thing we do is we prep.
Your waiting bears fruit. This must be the collaborator stepping in from the dark.
Oh, it's a new TM. Hi.
Got him.
Alright, collaborator homie. Run off to. Guess you probably went.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, this is actually
Kind of a problem. Well, we have a bunch of like potions and stuff.
Your stalwart defense gives the Sahagin pause, but you hear more of them gathering outside for a final assault. You notice a small chest hidden behind the bar.
Smoldering kawash?
A smoldering kwabash.
Huh. Well, really plan to use it.
You have weathered the Southwagen storm. Now, after that traitorous
Now we go to the
Jacoby
cellar.
Drexelhand, he must have fled into the cellar. Drexelhand
Like a
isn't
true
here.
sellout.
However, webbed footprints on the ground betray the location of a secret passage. Backtracking them, the chamber beyond the secret passage looks ancient, predating Korthos village.
Oh, so are we learning that this is actually, like, their land that we stole? That would not surprise me.
Mm.
I say we, I'm not from around.
You're just an adventurer.
I'm just a
Well,
fucking...
very pointedly, you're from out of town.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Sorry, buddy, I don't feel good about killing elves. Did you know that for Dawn Trail they changed of the beast tribes
Again?
again?
What did they change it to?
It's like it's something like alternate societies or something. That's like
That's not much
it's
better.
I mean that one's it's very clunky, but it's like I mean like you have realized that. I mean the funniest part of it is the fact that none of these times it's done that has any of the fucking Japanese version changed. Hello, Jones, ice cream. Believe it or not, that is not a fireball. This is Eldritch Blast.
It does kind of look like you're winding up to launch a Hadoken, though.
It's true.
There. That Weasley Drexelhand has nowhere left to run. Finish the job.
Red fireball. Yep, true.
Yeah, hits of armor.
Shotgunettes.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Anybody else want a piece? Rip Kev Nero.
I think my inventory is full at this. I guess it's only half full.
Yeah.
Vivian Earl is a good voice, good name. I don't know the Sahagan naming convention. Not very familiar. It's like a... That's nice. That's a nice feature.
Yeah.
Now I get to leave town, I think. Unless something else comes up. Oof. I don't like that wish, man. Cool.
Double click any one item.
Your victories have made the village much safer, but only temporarily. It's time to take the fight to the Sahuagin, out in the wilds of Korthos Island.
I don't care.
Open the DDO store.
You think I could have bought the quest being complete?
Here's pay them $5 for you to let you fuck around.
Right. Are we still?
We looked at that in prep. We looked at that Lord of the Rings game, Jones.
We did. You know what? Let me take a peek here and see what I have installed. Do I still have? No, I already uninstalled Lotra. I could do EverQuest for a bit if you want for this last little bit here. Let's go ahead. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's look at the old MMO. You know, came out a year after they were really slamming out the MMOs. They really were for a time, weren't they?
Or
Like everyone had an MMO.
you know what? It might be time for the. Actually, it might just have me logged in. That would be nice. I have to use the privacy screen. Go back to. Sorry, I know it's flashing a lot, folks. It's the process of getting through all the different window pop-ups and stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, again. Okay.
Oh.
Gonna let it finish loading, and then we'll fix it being. Why are you doing? This comes from the school of fantasy of everyone being slutty.
Right. The school of fantasy that is painted on the side of panel vans.
Very, very. I guess not very Conan the Barbarian because the men also look like fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Full screen. There we go. That's better.
Mm-hmm.
So there'd be it doesn't stream super well to make progress because there's a lot of fucking like balls of text. And just go fuck around for lines.
Let's do it.
There's a cooldown on your jump button.
Thinking about it. Rats and bats and rats and bats. That's for sure.
I bought this big old scythe.
Your leg was covering up exactly how much damage you did.
And that's EverQuest.
What have we learned today looking at some older MMOs? What have we learned?
My opinion is that older MMOs are great at leaving things for you to discover. They're great at giving you, like, I don't know about freedom necessarily, but like a level of openness. However, I do also think that they're often not fun. A lot of reliance on the fact that you're doing stuff with other people to make it enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you have these games that have, like, you know, at best double-digit player counts, you know, or at best triple, you know. It's like, because you can imagine a version of this game where it's like, excuse me, where everybody is, you know, around fighting rats and you party up and you talk and things like that. But now it's like, because of how old these games are, you know,
Yeah.
there's like we barely encountered any players in like the beginning sections of these games.
Well, I think we encountered a surprising number of them. I mean, like, they weren't really doing anything, just standing around and stuff. It's like, I did not expect to see anyone in our area of Anarchy Online on like a fucking, you know, Thursday afternoon, right, in 2024. And we saw like 10 people.
That is true.
Sorry, well.
Well,
yeah, Jones,
speaking
Jones,
of other
Ice
players,
Cream. Yeah, Jones, Ice Cream in the chat says the openness is why I'm kind of curious about the current WoW stuff. So, you know, the discovery I thought was pretty neat. I wish I had. I feel like you know, whether it's true or not, I tell myself I have a lot of professional obligation on the site to play stuff that's relevant or that I cover on a podcast or write an article about or whatever. But the Season of Discovery stuff they were doing is pretty neat. Obviously, World of Warcraft Vanilla is like the game that followed off of EverQuest. Here's a new, better, well, more popular, whether or not you think road forward. And Season of Discovery making this intentional effort to take vanilla World of Warcraft, but add discovery, right? Add new things that they don't necessarily tell you about, and you sort of stumble around, or you just look it up on Reddit. But don't do that. Have fun. I think it's very cool, and I think some of that stuff had real potential. Like the, I mean, like here. So, do you know much about this stuff, Kyrie? About what they were doing with Season of Discovery?
It sounds like they're taking like older areas and older content and rolling in like new stuff, like slyly or something like that.
Yeah, so like there's some you like, oh, here's a lower level like version or like a raid version of this existing dungeon version of this existing raid, but a lot of the stuff, at least in the first part of it, I know more has come out for Season of Discovery and I haven't kept up because I don't have time. As like, oh, here are these like runes that you can apply to your character to change how your class works. Like one, and sometimes they're kind of small things, right? It's like, oh, here, you know, like Warriors like Victory Rush. I guess it probably wasn't called Victory Rush in Finland. Anyway, it's like this ability that you get to do whenever you kill enemy. And it's like, okay, now you can just use it as a normal. So that's on the chill end. But on the more interesting end is stuff like, oh, here's one for Mage that just makes all damage you do heal your party, so you're a healer. It's just like, what? Like, the foremost, like, purely selfish DPS class, well, Warlock might be is now a healer? That's crazy. Doing some wild stuff.
Sounds like they're shaking it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, World of Warcraft now, to a certain degree, can be considered of the same type of MMO, although it's, like, way more populated. It's like that is a... When did that come out? That's, like, at least a 15...
No, there's no way it was
Let me
that
check.
old.
World of Warcraft. Let's see.
I'm gonna say 2005.
Your first guess was correct.
Ah.
November 2004. So that's now like 20-year-old game.
And it's wild how like not that dated it feels, right? Like I mean, there are, you know, you can tell that it is not a modern game, that they have made decisions, but like it is a world between like you play that and you're like, oh man, this game's old, huh? And then you play something like this and you're like, oh, I guess it is, but it was just really ahead of its time because it just doesn't like. you may not have some modern niceties in like World of Warcraft Classic, or Season of Discovery, or however you wanna. But it's like, but what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it is perfectly clear. Controlling is not hard, right? Like, it has some like less like sometimes it's more grindy, sometimes the difficulty can be a little punishing, but it's not like this where like I don't know if this is what I should be doing, but I can do it, and there's a lot of stuff I can't do, so I'm doing the things I know how to do.
Right.
I feel like probably I should be out of this area by now. This is the starting tutorial area. I am... Where's my character? Level 4. Maybe I should be gone by now. Thanks.
Yeah, and it's like the time difference is like EverQuest came out in 1999, and then World of Warcraft comes out 5 years later. And it's like, granted, 5 years in game development terms, like especially in that era, like huge gulf.
Yeah, massive.
I think if nothing else, there is something like really interesting about like these older MMOs that are still being maintained, usually by skeleton crews at this point. And it's like they are interesting historical artifacts in a lot of ways.
And I really think it's something special when you play them and you're like, this still works, right? Like, maybe I will get to that point with this. Right now, I'm not. I sort of got it with Final Fantasy. I'll tell you a story of Final Fantasy XI, right? Where, like...
Right.
I played Final Fantasy XI. We were going to do an episode of Battle Crow, our podcast where we record while playing a game, right? Just to make it harder to podcast because we're nightmare people. And in preparation for that, I think I played 30 hours of that game. I played a lot. And it was doing this, right? It was like, I'm in a village. I did a couple of quests, but mostly it was like, all right, I am going to load in today and run into the woods and hit things. And, listen to podcasts or watch a show while I'm doing it. And then I was like level 30 or something. I went to a new town, and I walked in, and I was wandering through, and I wandered through an area where there's like you could see the water, and there's this big bridge. And suddenly a cutscene started playing. And it's like people being like, oh, look, it's a shooting star. I wonder if that's an omen. And there's this big title screen drop for one of the expansions. And it felt like the train coming at the screen, right? Like the old movie thing. It's like, oh my god, I have been so immersed in just like walk into woods and watch the same animation over and over that this feels like a miracle.
Wow.
And I don't know, there's just... I don't know what my point was. I guess I just wanted to share that amazing moment. And it's just like...
That is pretty good.
You don't know what to expect. And sometimes that can be really, really special. Because it's not just that the games don't tell you things. I don't think their design often telegraphs what they're doing. Right?
Right. I mean... Yeah, like these MMOs are meant to be these sprawling things, but even then, it's like it's very unlike, it would be later MMOs. It seems like that would focus more about like directing the experience and things like that, whereas older ones are just sort of like, I don't know, you figure it out.
Yeah. Wild. I find it to be a really fascinating space, but I also find often it's rewarding to know, but not necessarily rewarding to play for a lot of them. But then you get stuff like City of Heroes, and I think you play City of Heroes right now, and you're like, I mean, obviously this is an old game. It does not look as pretty. There's not enough voice acting, but like just the experience of playing it, like this could be a modern MMO. This design is impeccable.
Mm-hmm.
Be really magical. Wow. I ecclesia.
Wow.
Stuff after a Bible verse. Priest? Wow. See, this is another thing about old MMOs. It's just like, look at that. That's just starter gear. And it's
Yeah.
just like, well, we've got 2 polygons, and one of them will be reserved for rendering your ass crack. And like, all right, guys.
Yep. All right, guys. Well,
Please
thank you
teach
for
me.
bringing me along on this journey.
Thank you for joining me. It's been fun. It's been enlightening in ways. I am kind of shocked how much I was bored by Anarchy Online. That does make me a little sad.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a wild world out there, and probably I could have someone tell me some things to do in Anarchy Online and see where the magic is. But in the meantime, let's go swimming.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh wait, no, I gotta
swim.
barely. I think it's a skill that you can improve. Oh, you know what? Actually, we gotta show you guys the power walk.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm ready for TikTok, baby. Kind of hard to steer, but thanks for joining us, folks. Take it easy.
See ya.